that's the name of the game. Keep running, keep striving, maintain the same hunger, that fire, that burning desire. In this long run, I'm reaching higher, live. Long run, yeah, long game. Through the struggle, through the pain, I keep my eyes on the prize, never lose sight. In this marathon of life, I'm running through the night.
Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And good morning, everybody. Roll Tide. Hey, it's your boy, it's Piano Man. I'm here in all my glory. And if that's what you want to call it, in all my glory and all my fame and all my whatever. Good morning to everybody. Good morning, Tide Nation. Good morning, Bama Nation. Good morning, family. Good morning, man. I'm trying to clean these glasses and everything. Man, listen, what a weekend. What a weekend we had. First of all, I'm thankful to the good Lord. He let me live to see this, make it through the weekend. We got a great win. Man, listen, Latoya has been saying all summer that this football season was going to be special. And I saw her when she put in the chat, let's just sit back and let's enjoy the ride. And I am in total agreement. I believe that this is going to be a special season. It did not start out on game one the way that we would have wanted it to go. But hey, you live to fight, you live to play game two. So if it was just a one game season, oh yeah, a whole lot of us would be down and out. But you keep fighting. It's a long season, so you keep fighting. So good morning, first of all. I want to go to the chat. Good morning, Anitra. Roll Tide. Big dog gotta eat. Good morning to you. Good morning, Bino. The GM is here. Good morning to you. Good morning, Stephen Hicks. Man, what it do? Good morning, Latoya. Good morning, Bobby Sprinkle. Today is your day, big brother. All right, we're waiting on you at 2 p.m. That's right. Good morning, Nick Harden, and Roll Tide to all of you. Clinton Howard. Good morning and Roll Tide. DSGB 84. My brother representing them dogs out of Georgia. What's up with you, bro? You and Dad, how you doing? Good morning, Jeff Stapleton. Roll Tide to you. Again, good morning, Nick Harden. Nick, how's your grandmother? Hope all is well there. And good morning, Stephen. Yeah. Who else did I leave out? Good morning, Latoya. What the business is, you know what the business is. Yeah, I was thumbing through here last night when I posted, and I saw that OG Gill had already posted something way before the show was, and but good morning, OG Gill, and everybody. Good morning. Yeah. Now, for those of you, now y'all know that Friday, let me give y'all an update before you ask, because this is going to get crazy now. And I told some of you all Saturday that I chatted with that I did not make it fishing Friday. Okay, I was getting ready to go, and Gwen, hey, good morning, Gwen. Roll Tide. Good morning, and good morning again. Roll Tide. Yeah, man, I'm almost at 400 subs. I thank you. I thank everybody for just hanging out with Piano Man. Man, I'm just taking it slow. You know what I'm saying? So when things happen as they happen, I'm grateful. I'm doing everything I can do. I'm still trying to work on that TikTok audience to bring them over and all that good stuff. That's hard sell. But anyway, I'm just grateful. And so with all of that being said, Saturday I did not Friday I did not make it. Let me drink me some more tea. What's going on here? Good morning, Dwight. My producer's here. Now there we go. Let's try this again. I did not make it fishing Friday. I did not make it fishing Saturday. I didn't. I didn't. Right when I hung up from you all and we signed off and everything, um, I got the call that we were going to have a hog killing on Saturday. Time to get some meat, y'all. It was time, you know. Um, time to get some meat. So two of them went down, right? So the reason you all didn't see me on here Saturday is because that's what I was doing all day Saturday. Okay, and I'm gonna get into Alabama football in just a minute. Y'all just hear me out here. There was something that I discovered, Gwen. Good morning again, Gwen. There was something that I discovered Saturday that I am no longer 16 years old. I felt every bit. I felt every bit of that 63 this past Saturday. Oh my goodness gracious of life. I felt every bit of it. Every bit of it. And I'm the one who had to, we had to get the hog out the pen after the unalived and all that kind of stuff. And and I'm the one that had to lift up the hind part. I had to lift up the hind legs and carry it to the place where it was going to be all the processing and all that kind of stuff. Had to do that stuff manually. Yeah, that hog, try two of them, Bino. Two of them. The first one was well over 300 pounds. The second one was like right at 250-ish, trending upward. Muscle mass out this world, man. Muscle mass. And so I that was my first time doing this since I was a teenager. Yeah, Jeff, it wore me out, bro. And I didn't have the strength. I didn't have the energy. I didn't have the mind capacity. Can I be honest with y'all? I was even falling asleep on the Alabama game. I fell asleep watching when we finally got through. I had I caught some of USF in Florida down there toward the end and everything. And yes, Jeff, like I said, Bino, they got the piano man. My hands are still sore. After a couple of days, my hands are still sore. And I'm not talking about like as in arthritis sore, because they're not sore in my joints. They're more or less sore like right in between the thumb and the little meaty part going to the index finger, from where you had to gather, man. And then we had to hoist that, man, it was an experience. Like I said, I had forgotten about what all work it goes into, processing hogs, but it was fun. It was fun. Oh, you know what, LaToya? Life goes on. Life goes on. Yeah, Gwen, bless my heart and my hands and my back and my shoulders. Everything. Everything. I'm talking about I ache. Yes, Jeff, you just can't hop in there. But it was fun. I'll get some meat later on. You have to go through all this other processes, but man, I'm telling you, man, that was something serious, man. Boiling water the old-fashioned way. What's up, Jones? Roll Tide. Yeah, man. When you get to be a certain age, you feel it. But yeah, Bobby, we ain't done yet. We just got to go sit down somewhere. So Piano Man is gonna be chilling for the next few days. But let's get to it. What a weekend! Before I start on Alabama football, I want y'all to tell me and I'm just saying when I say this, I want y'all to tell me how much of a genius I am. I want y'all to tell me how right I am. Didn't I tell you all about the University of South Florida? Didn't I tell you all what I think or what I thought was about to go down up there in Gainesville? Didn't I tell you? I told you all. USF and we as Bama fans, we ought to know about them, and we ought to be able to testify and say, those dudes, that's been 2 years in the making. 2 years in the making. And I told you all that USF would get up there and pull a rabbit out the hat at Gainesville, and they did it. Down went Florida. Just like if Kimberly comes up in here, my sissy, when she comes up in here, Dwight is here. What happened to them Baltimore Ravens last night with your overrated self? Derrick Henry need to fire everybody. Everybody. What's up, Governor? Good morning. Baltimore can't get over that hump of Buffalo. Can't get over it. Pittsburgh won their game against the Jets. Where KT at? Jets. Jets crash. But didn't I tell y'all that the University of South Florida, University of South Florida was going to go in Gainesville and make it happen? Didn't I tell you all? KT, Jets, Jets crash. What's up, KT? What the business is? You know. Oh, I know it, man. I know it. I'd be mad too. If I were Baltimore and if I were the Jets, playing lights out like that only to get to the end and lose. No, that Jet got grounded, KT. I'm sorry. Pittsburgh grounded them Jets. Pittsburgh grounded them Jets now. My Steelers. Mm-hmm. But back to what I was telling you all. Man, the Niners, okay. I don't like them either. I don't like them either. Y'all got that old man for a QB that beat y'all. Now, anyway, that's right, KT. We got that old man for a quarterback, and that old man beat y'all, right? Let me hear it. Let me see it. Let me see it, KT. Right? That old man beat y'all, right? I'm not going to move on any further to KT. All it takes is 1 point. It don't take a lot to beat anybody. All it takes is 1 point. Just one. Just one. No, Bino, I don't like the Raiders either. I don't like nobody. JB said, AARP, hey, wait, and I'm on that myself. Hold up there, Governor. What? But Governor, I'm gonna put it to you like this: keep living. All y'all keep living. Y'all talking about the AARP. Keep living. And when you get to be my age, come see me. Come see me. All right. And then I don't want to hear nothing about no. I don't want to hear nothing about no AARP working and this, that, the third. KT, that old man beat them Jets yesterday. Young Fields look good. Justin Fields look good, but he just couldn't top the old man. That's just like with Kirby Smart and Nick Saban. You know how it goes. We don't need him getting another coach fired to keep on. So anyway, I ain't going there with you, KT. But KT, didn't I tell you that the Jets wasn't gonna beat them Steelers? I told you that. You're gonna learn to listen to the old man sometime. I'm just telling you now, you know. But anyway, y'all, back to USF. USF is that squad. For now, they're that squad. But they went. I ain't saying a word, Governor. I ain't saying a word, player. Ain't saying a word. Not saying a word. I ain't asking no question. We'll meet again. Yeah, I know it. And it's going to be the same result. I got you, KT. We will meet again, but it's going to be the same result. Next time, we're going to whip you worse. Uh-huh. He teach you about running up and getting in grown folk business. I try and tell you now. I'm going to get back to Bama in just a second, but let me finish my USF thing there, KT. But I'm telling y'all now, and here we go. The reason that I am bringing up USF is, guess why? Bama plays them again next year. They're on the schedule. They're on the schedule. They're on the schedule. Okay? They're on the schedule. So salute, shout out to USF. Y'all winning the swamp and drained it. You know, and drained it. So I'm just saying, y'all drained that swamp. I hear you, USF. You took care of Boise State. You took care of Florida. Man. All I know is Miami better be on the lookout. Cause right about now, USF is playing lights out. So I give them credit. Now on the Bama, their quarterback will be gone next year. I hope so, Dwight. I hope so. But that brother cold. That brother cold-blooded. He's cold-blooded. He's a cold-blooded quarterback. He's good. He's good. Now let's get to business. And I'm not going to even talk that much about Bama ULM, but I will say this. And back to Bama, I'm still not impressed by the defense. KT, I kind of said this yesterday with KB. Sort of talked about it yesterday with KB, that I'm sort of in the same boat that you are. I'm not looking at that 73-0 as much as I'm looking for the solidness or the continuity and everything. There were still some places where we still did not get to the quarterback. You know, we still did not get to him and bring him down. Pressured him, yes, but did not bring him down. Did not bring him down. I'm not going to get caught up in that, yes, we're up to 19th and blah, good. But just like I said on a social media on Twitter yesterday, I was chatting with someone and I told them that I like it that Alabama is 19th. I like it that Alabama is 19th. Now y'all can get mad with me if you want to, but Alabama needs to stay where they are right now. They need to stay where they are at 19th. 19th, 20th is good for Alabama right now. Now, why does Wendell say that? Each week, thank you, Stephen. And the word for the week is going to be consistent. Consistency. I've got thank you, Governor. It's going to keep them humble, but it should also keep them hungry. Humble and hungry. I don't like that. I told y'all from the jump, and Bino even said it, that we did not need to be at 8th when we were ranked. When we were ranked, at those preseason rankings. I forgot who else said it. Those preseason rankings mean absolutely nothing. They mean absolutely nothing because I told you all in week 1 that top 10 was going to be shaken up. Yeah, I told you that. And it did. We just didn't know Alabama would be part of that shaking. So they moved to 21st. And now they moved up after beating ULM. They moved up 2 spots. Now, let's just be realistic right here. in some of the in the grand scheme of things, back to Saturday's game, and KT saying not being impressed by the defense, I can understand the statement why. I can understand. I'm still waiting on a pick 6. I'm still waiting on a sack or 2 or 3. I'm still waiting on the opponent's O-line to be overwhelmed by our D-line. I'm still waiting on that. Thank you, Dwight. Finna put that up right now. There's your AP 25 poll. I'm waiting on the sacks. Exactly, Jones. I'm waiting on the sacks. I'm not just waiting on the pressures anymore. We're pressuring, yes, but it's like we're getting that close and we're still missing. And then KT, I don't know if you noticed it, and JB and others, and I'm pretty sure when I say something about it, y'all gonna just go right in. But I'm still not seeing the containment even coming from the push. I'm still not seeing the containment coming from the push. What I'm saying is that even if the defensive line is getting pressure, when that quarterback comes up and kind of beats it, who's there to meet him? Who's there to meet him? It's almost like it's too big of a gap, and there's too much yardage there, too much greenery right there between that D line and the next linebacker. I'm just saying. Yeah, that pocket is really not collapsing. You can get the pressure all day, but until the pocket collapses, until it falls like a deck of cards. Roll Tide, Keith. Roll Tide. So here we are with this top 25. We see it. I ain't got to go through it. We see it and everything. But look at this. USF 18th, Alabama 19th, and they deserve it. I'm just saying. But yeah, Larry, yeah, Double L. But you know what though, bro? But all of that depends on Bama. That depends on Bama. Just being honest with you. That depends on Alabama. That's going to depend. I'm grateful for our win. I'm thankful that we won. We shut them out. Here we go. Just a couple of stats here, just a few stats, if you will. Ty Simpson, 17 for 17, 100%, 226 yards, 13.3 average, 3 TDs, no interception, with a QB rating of 269.9. I mean, what else can you say? Austin Mack, 8 out of 10, 80%, 80 yards, 8.0 average. We all can do the math, 2 touchdowns, and no interceptions. QBR rating 213.2. Keelan Russell, 4 out of 6, 66.7%, 65 yards, average of 10.8, 2 touchdowns, QBR rating of 267.7. So, I mean, all that's fine and dandy. But when you go back to the defense, that defense, we pitched a shutout, and I'm thankful for that. I applaud that. But I'm looking at the fact that of how that went down. how that actually went down. And I think that we could have done better performance-wise as it related to just getting that defense together. Just like JB said, the pocket didn't collapse. It would have made me feel better about our defense, along with KT and others, that now not only are you getting pressure, not only are you just breaking the seal of the defense and everything, but you're actually getting to the quarterback. You're actually bringing him down. You're putting hands on it. Because trust me, some of these other quarterbacks that we're gonna play down the line, trust me, they probably seen that. It depends on how Alabama adjusts their defense in the future. So we got to start with this game. Yeah. Swin. Y'all know I can't pronounce his name, but that's what he was saying, and he was right. He was right, because we pressured the quarterback enough, but he had containment, as far as trying to throw the ball, this, that, and the third. But the pockets did not collapse. The pockets didn't collapse. That's the one big negative that's still there for me. And why? Because of the future. That's the part that still concerns me. Our offense did well. I have to give them credit on that. They did well. They played with some reckless abandon. They played with it. That doggone Kevin Riley is the truth. Yeah. So this week though, Jeff, now we're playing we played Florida State with ACC, ULM was Sun Belt, and now you're going Big Ten. Wisconsin is Big Ten. Now we see Wisconsin is not ranked, so we'll say it shouldn't be a problem. But I'm going to say this: you better respect Wisconsin. Once again, I'm going back to the words of the governor. Alabama is everybody's Super Bowl. Alabama is everybody's Super Bowl. When I was trying to get the show together, one of the things that I purposed it in my heart, I was not going to do a lot of oohing and ahhing about ULM. I was not. Am I grateful for the win? Yes. I'm very thankful for the win. But there's still some things we have to improve on. Exactly, JB. So we're looking at this AP poll. Now I'm going back to that right quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait a minute. Watch this. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. There are 6 teams ranked ahead of us, and we play all 6 of them. We play all 6 of them. We sure do. We play all 6. Now, Governor, that Tennessee-Georgia game, I know a lot of people saying Georgia. Don't count Tennessee out. Don't count Tennessee out. We play Texas A&M, we play South Carolina, we play Oklahoma, we play Tennessee, we play Georgia, and we play LSU. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. We play 5. Let me see. We play A&M, play South Carolina, play Oklahoma, Tennessee, Georgia, and LSU. No, we don't play A&M this year. My bad. We play 5. My bad. But I'm telling you now, but the one that now everybody was hollering about South Carolina. That's not the problem. Our problem gonna be Oklahoma. Oklahoma could be a problem. And I'm not talking about John Mateer. Their defense is gonna be something serious. That was brought in another group that I'm in. That was brought to our attention last night. Their defense ain't no joke. So, poor Nico and Tennessee, big dog got to eat. The best thing y'all did was let Nico go. I'm telling you. So we play 5. Those 5 teams that are ranked ahead of us. You better take them serious. But this week I'm not worried about those 5 teams right now. Because I'm like this. Good morning, Dr. Crystal. All right, Dr. Crystal, put it in the atmosphere. I want him to play it on the field. Roll Tide, sis. But I'm going to put it to you this way. We must take Wisconsin seriously. Take them seriously. The word for the week is consistency. We got to get pressure on. When they go back to pass, we must put pressure and collapse the pocket. We got to start that. I don't want to hear any Georgia talk. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. We got Wisconsin is the focus for the week. But you got to take this game seriously. And like JB said a couple of minutes ago, and everybody's gonna come at Bama now. Everybody. Gotta bear that in mind. Everybody. Why? It's still Bama. Yeah, well, we're ranked 19th, and you're ranked in the top 25. That still makes you legit. It makes you legit. Being ranked in the top 25 really makes you legit. Okay? Putting you in the top 15. Now you're raising some eyebrows. When you get top 10, now you're showing up in there. Top 5, all the way to, all the way there, you elite then. Point that I'm making is Alabama must, one game at a time, 1 week at a time. I'm just saying. That's why I'm not paying any attention to the polls. Yeah, can't relax. Exactly, Keith. Don't relax. Consistency. You got to rev up. Got to rev it up now. Oh, trust me. Wisconsin is coming. Now, here's some, big dog. I do too. I do. You know what? And I'm going to address this, Keith, and then I'm going to be done with it, okay? Because you know how I feel. I understand Georgia has gained the heart of a whole lot of folks. But I'm looking at how they play the game. Georgia defensively may be good. And I heard somebody say last night on KB that their defense is actually better than it was last year. But here's your problem. If the offense doesn't match the intensity and they 3 and out, it's going to sooner or later wear your defense out. And that's how you get beat. It's got to be balanced. I've been talking about balance. All summer, all spring. I've been talking about balance. It has to be balanced. And if the balance is not there, then it's like that. And then somebody's going to come up short. And I believe that's what's happening with Georgia, to hear one of their fan bases. But then you got these crazy fans all over the place. But I'm just saying that I just don't think Georgia is as balanced. And this could be a year that Tennessee knocks them off. So if ESPN is giving them a 51% chance of beating Georgia, then you might want to focus and say, well, either Georgia is not that good or Tennessee is better than advertised. Polls only matter the cats and the strippers. That's true. I understand that. But people's opinions do matter, Dr. Crystal, and how they feel. Because you just said, I'm putting it in the atmosphere that Bama's going to run the table. Well, ESPN putting it in the atmosphere that Tennessee has a 51% chance of beating Georgia. Same difference. Yeah, so I'm just saying, it's going to be crazy. But for Bama better pay attention to Wisconsin. Wisconsin gonna come at them. Wisconsin, we're gonna know Saturday how legit we are, or if the consistency will hold up. Okay, but one of the little stats stats from Saturday, and I'm done. Good morning, Carla. Carla Hen, Roll Tide. Saturday, 29 first downs for Bama, 9 for ULM. Here we go. First downs in passing, Bama 20, ULM 5. First downs in penalty, Bama none, ULM 1. First downs rushing, Bama 9, ULM 3. Third down efficiency, 9 out of 12 for Bama, 6 out of 14 for ULM. Fumbles, ULM 2, Bama none. Fumbles lost, Bama got both of them. Then we got returns, Alabama 2, ULM none. Yards off that, Alabama 45, ULM 0. Receiving stats, here we go. For long, Alabama 29, ULM 15. Receptions, Alabama 29, ULM 10. Touchdowns, Bama 7. Yards, Bama 371, ULM 55. Rushing stats, here we go. Attempts, Bama 36, ULM 32. The long for Bama was 56. We know who did that, Mr. A.K. Deere. And for ULM, their long was 14. 3 touchdowns for Bama rushing, ULM none, and total yards 212 for Bama, 93 yards for ULM. Not bad, but what we're just saying is that the defense still has to be consistent. There were lapses that happened. And but other than that, good game, Bama. Let's just keep it up. But in this new poll again, we see what Bama has work to do. And so, but I'm with the rest of you. I agree. I like where we are right there, because sooner or later, starting with USF all the way to Ohio State, somebody's going to experience a loss or two somewhere, including Oklahoma. And remember, Oklahoma and Texas still have to play each other. And it's going to be a fun one. That Red River rivalry comes up in October, and both Texas and Oklahoma are undefeated. That's going to be fun to watch. Now, that's going to bring back the good old days then. That's going to bring, now, if I promise you, if Texas and Oklahoma go in undefeated and they get ready to play each other, that's going to be a game to watch. That's going to be a game to watch. And I'm already saying it. Don't be surprised if Oklahoma beats Texas. Don't be surprised. if Oklahoma beat them. I've been said it, but I'm gonna say it again. Don't be surprised if Oklahoma beats Texas. Think it not straight. Don't think it's strange. Don't think strange. Oklahoma just may do it against Texas this year. And then that's when you're gonna start seeing some stuff. That's when you're gonna start seeing some stuff. So it's going to be nice. Yes, Jacob will be on here tomorrow. Jacob's not going anywhere. Big 10 Tuesday will still be tomorrow. So come one, come all. But can y'all and I was on a site speaking of that, and I will bring this up tomorrow. Do y'all know that there's a group that's trying to get after the Michigan loss to Oklahoma? Did y'all? I don't know if you know or not, because some of you could care less about Michigan and everything. And I don't care about Michigan. I just like them when they beat Ohio State. But after the loss to Oklahoma, there was this petition now trying to fire Sharon Moore because of that. See, so Kalen DeBoer's not the only one catching it. Lose certain games and all that good stuff, and yonder they go. Man, they some of these coaches are catching it. They're catching it. They're catching it. I was one that wanted Michigan to win because see, I'm not an SEC homer. I'm not big on the SEC like that. I'm just big on Alabama. Everybody else can go jump in the lake, as far as I'm concerned. Billy Napier is catching it too. Billy Napier gonna catch it. Billy Napier loses to LSU Saturday. I think they play, and there might be they might be circling the wagon. Yeah, SEC is truly a gauntlet. They really are. I agree. I'm gonna show little things on the screen here. Oh, you're gonna beat Texas? Hope so. Can't wait to discuss Michigan, Oklahoma tomorrow with Jacob. Yeah, I'm gonna still have him on. SEC, the SEC is truly a gauntlet. Exactly. Jacob's not feeling the cheeses. I think Jacob's gonna be fine, but Jacob went in knowing that game wasn't gonna be easy. Good morning, Chapman family. Roll Tide. Billy Napier's catching it. Yeah. Catching it, Bobby. He's catching it. Y'all, I'm not telling you to watch it. Watch it if you will. Just kind of don't be surprised if it's the Chapman family. I really don't care who our coaches are, as long as they keep the standard. Yeah. Man, being a coach is tough. Yep, yeah, exactly, LaToya. It's the Chapman family. Good morning and Roll Tide. Yeah, it's rough right about now, but I'm telling y'all now, it's some strange things. So I'm with LaToya. It's going to be some special things about to happen. Just enjoy the ride. Just enjoy the ride. Just enjoy. Well, let's get it. Wisconsin. Nick, Billy will be fired after this season. I don't know. Remember now, they gave him didn't they extend his contract last year? So I don't know what the buyout is. In fact, I was once all in SEC until they started disrespecting Bama to the fullest. Yeah, I don't. I don't. I don't get with the SEC. I'm just a Bama fan. I wanted y'all I just have a different take on things, but when my enemy is playing somebody, I'd rather my enemy get beat. I don't care now, when Auburn was playing Baylor, I wanted Baylor to beat them. Can't stand Auburn. When Michigan was playing Oklahoma, I wanted Michigan to beat them. Oklahoma's in the SEC. So, you know, and that SEC going to be top heavy. I'm telling you now, it's going to be top heavy. When Tennessee was playing Syracuse, I wanted Syracuse to win. I'm just saying. I'm not an SEC homer. I'm an Alabama guy. Big win for Mississippi State. Man, I ain't going to say nothing about that, but big up Hale State. They did that thing, man. Finally, they beat Arizona State. Finally. Because they, you know, they finally beat them. But anyway, right quick, and then we're going to do something else. Wisconsin, here's some stats right about now. Passing yards for, here are the team leaders. Danny O'Neal, quarterback, 403 yards so far. Dylan Jones, running back, 109 yards. Receiving yards is Benny Anthony, the second, the wideout, 107 yards. Tackles, Christian Allegro, linebacker, 11 tackles, and interception, Preston Zachary, I think, Zachman, he has 2 interceptions. Those are your stat leaders for the University of Wisconsin right there. I'm telling you. What's up, Ephraim? Roll Tide. Danny O'Neal is a completion. He has completed 30. Let me see something. This lighting is bad here. 35 passes on 46 attempts, 403 yards. He has a 76.1 completion rating, 8.8 yards a throw. His longest is 58, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He's been sacked 3 times. Okay, so that's why someone put in the chat that Wisconsin's O-line is suspect. Now, KT, this may, and KT, JB, and to the rest of us that's been talking about that pocket collapsing, this may be the game where this can happen. But we've got to want it to happen. We've got to want it to happen. We got to play with continuance, consistency, reckless abandon. We be talking about joyous murder ball, however that goes. Just listen, just sack the quarterback. When you're on defense, sack the quarterback. Force him into bad throws. That's, force him into bad throws. Force him. That's where I want to see. I want to see you forced into bad throws. I'm ready to see a pick 6. I'm not just ready to see an interception. Beautiful interception the other night. But I saw some more things that we missed. Could have right there. Just being honest with you. So I'm just saying, those are your leaders, some of your leaders. Y'all, I'm going to have to do something here. Now, I had to get the flashlight off my phone so I could see this stuff because these letters are horrible. But we have Dylan Jones, 24 carries, 109 yards. He has an average of 4.5 yards a carry, and his longest run has been 13 yards. And then everything else is basically, 3 carries. But this dude is 24 carries. Darian Dupree, 14 carries, 66 yards. Average of, let's see, 4.7. And his longest is 14. So they've got some guys that are busted on you. A couple of guys that will break it. Hey, Kimberly. Good morning, Kimberly. How are you? Roll Tide, sister. Well, Kimberly, you know your brother gonna get you, don't you? How about them Oh, y'all lost. I'm sorry, Kimberly. I'm sorry. Y'all couldn't beat Buffalo again. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But receiving Vinny Anthony the second, 8 receptions, 107 yards. He's 13.4 yards a catch. His longest is 31. Lance Mason, tight end. But no. Yeah, Lance Mason, tight end. 7 reception, 102 yards, 14.6. His longest is 34. Now I don't know who they were playing, so I don't know who their opponents were, but I'm telling you now, we're gonna have to play them, and that's about as far as I'm gonna go with that. But those are just some of the stats right there. But I'm just saying that the defense this week, the defense must play with some consistency. Now, as far as the offense goes, tomorrow I will have some defensive stats for what Wisconsin has done. No. I have some stats about that Wednesday. I may have them tomorrow. Just depends on hey, Truthful Jones. I'm at the doctor's office. Hope all is well with you. Praying with you. Roll Tide. Got you. Yeah, Wisconsin's starting QB is out, so that might or might not make a difference. But however, can I tell you something? It don't matter. Play who's out there. Go hard. Got to go hard. That's the bottom line. Got to go hard. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Bama has to go hard. Now, one more thing about this Bama ULM game. A couple of things I did not agree with, and those were a couple of the penalties. In particular cases, and I'm not one to blame refs, this, that, and the third. But first of all, by me being from the old school, I am totally against. Now, don't get me wrong what I'm about to say. I don't favor targeting. I don't believe in targeting. I believe that a player should lead with his shoulder, not his head, things like that, because it spells doom for both of them. If it's the wrong type of hit, it can be damaging to everybody involved. But that hit, that penalty that they called on Drake, Kirkpatrick Jr., that wasn't targeted. That wasn't targeted at all. That wasn't targeted. Then the penalty that they called on Germ for offensive pass interference, what else was he supposed to do? He's fighting for position. He's trying to get open. I didn't agree with those two. That wasn't targeted on Drake. When you go back, I don't care how you size it up. When you go back and you look at it, wasn't targeted. I'm telling you, that was just a bang bang play. But I will say this: give me the energy any day. I'll take the effort. They called targeting because his was a defenseless receiver. How? He was catching the ball. The white. Defenseless. That's not defenseless. Yeah. That's not defenseless. Not from what I saw. Now, if there was no ball in sight, there was no ball in sight, I could see it. Hey, good morning, Amber Nicole. Amber Nicole, Roll Tide. But how about them? The Lions lost too. The Ravens lost. The Lions lost. The Jets lost. The Saints lost. Pittsburgh won. Yeah, man. Yeah. But anyway, y'all know I had to mess with y'all. All them that lost yesterday. Roll Tide, dear. Y'all know I had to mess with y'all yesterday. Y'all know it. Terry Arnold got burnt. I know he a Bama guy. That dude from Green Bay lit him up. I'm telling you. You don't let the Ravens stress you out, Kimberly. Don't let them do it. Yeah, they did, Amber. I hate to tell you that, but they did. They didn't look so good. They didn't look so good. Yeah, your 49ers won. We'll see. Let's see how long that stays up, Jeff. Let's see how much y'all keep that up. But anyway, just your thoughts about Bama. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. I'm not going to have long phone calls to whoop, wrong one. There we go. Right. Brr. We're gonna keep them short and sweet today. But the link is in the chat. Yeah, link is in the chat. Shoot. Couldn't pull up on that hit. Dre was coming. Oh, the Seahawks lost too. Okay. See, I didn't watch them. Yes, they sure did. Because I saw that come up. Yeah, they sure did. They lost. But I just didn't agree with it being he could have pulled up on the hit. How? He was coming at it. He was coming like a missile. And in my day, I'm just gonna go on and say it in defense of Dre. That's how you're supposed to play the position. That's how we played it back in the gap. Just like that. Now, these softies that ended up getting hurt, that ain't our fault. That's not our fault. As the world is turning, good morning. How are you? Oh, yeah, Georgia looks beatable. Of course they do. They look beatable. Very beatable. Very beatable. But we've got to, I purposed it in my heart, and I'm gonna give y'all a heads up too. Now, after we play Wisconsin, we have a bye week. I will not spend 2 weeks talking about Georgia. I will talk about Georgia when it's time, the week of the game. So I don't want to talk about Georgia for 2 weeks. To me, that's glorifying. I got you, Dwight. But what I don't get is the reasoning of a ref that how in the world a dude playing with a high motor is supposed to pull up and when the receiver's catching the ball, what he's supposed to do is to let him catch it. I don't. Man, I'd be to yank that player up out of there real quick. That's hard to do. That's hard. It's hard to pull up in a case like that. It's hard to pull up, but you know what? He's gonna sit out that first half. It's all good. But you know what though? Oh, and another thing I liked, and I was looking at the chat, and I think it was Latoya who put it in that she's like how the sideline was really the enthusiasm, the effort, and everything was there. It seemed like it was all there. I'm gonna tell you something else that I saw, and I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but there was a point when one of the players from Bama actually they did something wrong. Coach DeBoer pulled the dude to the side, and you could tell he was sort of getting on it. Now, was he just going in like Nick Saban? No, he didn't go in like Saban, but he corrected him. At least he corrected him. And that's what I was liking. I like the fact that he corrected it. It's my man. What's up, Nick?
What's up, man? What's Roll Tide,
Roll Tide, Nick. How are you, man?
Man, I'm doing pretty good. I just letting you know, man, my grandmother's getting better every day. I mean, I'm surprised, and I just thank the Lord every day and all of y'all for y'all's prayers about, because only the Lord can heal you. He's the
Yeah,
only physician that can heal you over everything, you know.
that's it, man.
But
That's it.
I wanted to call in mostly because I've just got fed up with hearing some of the Alabama fans out here, just the way they have been just trashing, eh, you know, these young men that go to and represent Alabama and the school. Uh, you know, I want them to represent themselves,
Uh-huh.
their families, the university, and
Yeah,
our team overall. And you know, just all the things that's being said it's just despicable. And you know, I think Ty Simpson's a great quarterback. Uh, it's just my opinion. I
right.
think you know, Isaiah Horton left Miami and was going to be their main go-to guy just to come play with, because he knew Ty Simpson in high school and he wanted to come play with
Mhm.
him. So I think there's a good reason for that. So,
Right, right,
you
right.
know, and you know, I just wanted to say a few things. It's been on my mind since I've been up this morning because it's still going on even after the game, you know. And I'm fine where we was right. I was fine being ranked at what was it, 21st? If
Uh,
they had
we're,
kept us
we're
there.
19th. We're right. Well, we're
Uh,
19th right now, Nick.
I know we're 19, but I think we was 21 till the UNL. I guess they ranked us up because we beat them so bad, but I don't, you know, I was fine with even staying there till, you know, later on. You know, I didn't mind it. I was like, okay, it is what it is. But, you know, I believe in our team. I believe in our coaching staff. And I believe that Alabama can pull this out and you know, it, play with their hair on fire, man. Go out there and prove it. You know, maybe they bought into all the hype that they were so good and just didn't, you know, and maybe Florida State is a lot better team than what we really all thought they were,
Well,
you
you
know?
know what? In that though, Nick, I'm going to say like what you said. It's a matter of opinion. Uh,
Yeah.
but excuse me, with Florida State, man, it's hard to tell. I think that
Mhm.
uh how can I put it? Florida State caught Bama on a day to day. They just wasn't focused, this, that, and the third. Now, if you go and I'm not here to take anything away from Florida State, they beat us fair and square, and they did it. But that's in the past. But the other part of that is moving forward, as it relates to Florida State, their schedule favors them. I even say I've told you all that their schedule favors them. They play Bama. Their next two games are cupcakes. But like I told somebody yesterday, cupcakes are part of the buffet. They were someone was speaking of the fans, and Nikki kind of outran me there. But I'm glad you brought it up because I am going to talk about that in just a second. And I know it's not going to really do any good because you know I was sharing with one of our friends yesterday that uh, some of our fan base really makes me ill. It makes me
Oh,
ill. It makes me ill. Good morning, Susan. Roll Tide. Uh, but they make me ill, Nick. They make me ill. But I'll talk about it in just a second. But last things you have to say? Any last thing you got to say?
and I just wanted to share that. It disgusts me that our fan base is that bad. They put these teams on a pedestal like uh, these Nick Saban teams, and they don't real. I don't know if they don't realize that uh, nobody. There was only a couple of teams that stacked depth and talent like Nick Saban, that there's all this parity out here with all the NIL and all the funds that they just got all this out, money out here now. And Alabama's just doing the best they can to compete with it. And, and that's just what the way it is. And I'm going to always be an Alabama fan no matter what. But
Yeah,
I
appreciate
just come on to
appreciate you
share that.
saying it.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you saying that. Well, Nick, we got to go. Got another caller
All
coming.
right, go.
Up, man, tell grandma get better, continue to get better. We're praying with her, and roll tide to you, brother.
Roll tide, man.
All right, my man. All right, that's Nick, everybody. All right. Good morning, Jeff. What's up?
What's up, Piano Man? How you doing?
Hey, man, I'm doing the best I can with what I got. Roll tide, brother.
There you go. There you go. I think this loss to Florida State opened our players' eyes and our coaches. Because you notice that Ryan ran the ball a lot more than he did in the first game.
Okay.
I think that really did, because I mean, you think about the time when Alabama lost to Ole Miss. All right, I know that was game 4. I understand that. But you think about it. What happened? Come back and we won a national. I know we had Nick Saban. I understand that. It was a different time. It was a different team. I understand that. But we come back and we won. Not to say that DeBoer can't do the same thing with this team right here. Yes, our defense has to get a lot better than what it is. But see, what people are not looking at is the team we played. We knew we were going to stomp them. We knew that. But the fans out there counted us out. They did. They counted us out. They said, well, Alabama's going to. I think they're scared that Alabama's going to get back in this thing and shake some rankings. Not that the rankings even matter. I don't think the rankings even matter until the 6th game of the year. Because that's when you know what your team really is all about. That's why I said Oklahoma's good. Yes, they are. But think how good Alabama could be by the time we play Oklahoma. Because after Wisconsin, it's just a straight SEC gauntlet. That's what it is. You got nothing but SEC teams. You get that down, you win all those games up to Oklahoma, and you got something.
Yeah.
I know it's a hard road to hoe. I know that. I understand that. But seeing that how everybody's talking, but they're scared of us. Think about it. They don't want Alabama back in this. Oh, no. That's why all the fans just keep talking. Oh yeah, Alabama's done. And then when we played ULM, the score did not matter. The team did not matter. What mattered is what the team did.
Right.
Like I said, we had some problems on defense. I understand that. Offense balled out. We got some new players in there. Keep Dewberry on the line, on the offensive line. Keep him on there because he is a good fit. All right, what's that defensive player? Q Shields, is that his name?
QB Reese.
Yeah, QB Reese. Keep him in there. If the other players do not want to step up and do their job, put the players that are in there that's hungry. Put them in there.
You know what, Jeff? I'm going to say it in the words of Coach Saban, and that's this here. Every week is a competition. There are no, and people forgot that about him, and is that there were no set in stone nobody. When that game was over, you came back, you celebrated for however long, then you got ready to play again.
24 hours.
24 hours, and that competition was continual. That's the way that it has to be. Nobody can rest on their laurels and say, oh, I got this. Because, bruh, it's somebody that's behind you that's waiting, willing, and able to take your spot. I'm telling you now.
Oh, yeah.
So if you come up in there being laxed if you want to, you're going to get your feelings hurt.
And it's exactly what happened to Alabama on the first game of the year. They got the feelings hurt. They got that out of the way. They got the second game down. Now they got a little confidence. Now they can build on that, build a foundation, build it stronger. Like I said, nobody knows how good Alabama will be by the time we play Tennessee, Vandy. And I think, I said this in the chat, nobody's going to take Alabama seriously until we beat Vandy. That's one of the teams that we lost to last. We beat that team, and that shows everybody, okay, well, maybe they got something, we'll see what happens.
Right.
Keep going after that. Beat the teams that you lost to, and people start talking different about you. It's just the way it is. We're talking about that right now. We're getting our players are being talked about, our coaches are being talked about. But once you start winning solves everything. It's a true statement. People can say what they want to, but nobody was talking about, I'm not going to say his name, but nobody was talking about our players when we lost. Nobody said anything about their inconsistencies or anything like that until we lost.
And you know what? And Luke, and you know what? I often say, I don't know how many times y'all have heard me say this, winning settles everything, right? And I'm going to add something to that, but losing unsettles everything. It causes everything to be unsettled. And then notice when you were winning, now some of those little things you're noticing now that you've lost the game or something and everything, or something's not going right. Now you're talking about this. I'm gonna talk about it in just a second, and that's how I'm gonna end the show today. And but I'm just saying, man, Bama has to continue to play their game. We are hey, good morning, Brock. Bama just needs to continue to play their game, get better each play. Play, get better each play. Do what you're supposed to do. Stay consistent. Consistency, consistent. Be better every play. I think all things will be well, but you got to do it every play. Don't think
do it every game.
Don't be thinking down ahead. Don't be thinking ahead. Down the road. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Play your game. Play the game. You make a mistake in the last play, shake it off. There's another play coming. That play is over. It's just like, it's just like anything else. That play is over. You're going to get another chance to stop them.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody. But
nobody's perfect.
Nobody's perfect. So you have to begin to work. You just have to work. And so that's all I'm saying is that I'm glad Bama's 19th. I'm glad because now work your way back in. Work your way back in. Work your way through it. Work your way. Because just as easy that you get put up there, I'm talking about in that upper echelon, just as
you can get dropped back down
there, you can fall. And the way this is going, I'm telling you now, Ohio State's going to lose a game. It's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time. Penn State is going to lose. Oregon is going to lose. See, when you get into that conference play thing, nobody's going to escape, like unscathed, if you will. I'm telling you now.
When they made the 9-game playoff system, do you think they did that to cut the cupcake games out? Because if you think about it, that's the games that really hurt teams, really, because when it comes to the NCAA, because they'll look at those games and go, well, they played this game and that's this team and this team, and this was on their schedule. So if you cut those games out, what you got an all SEC schedule.
Just like it was when we won that Natty in 2020. It was all SEC. We beat everybody, and it wasn't until we got to the playoffs until we saw what was what. But the SEC, Jeff, I'll say this and I'll take another here in just a second. The SEC, it goes to show, someone said the SEC is the gauntlet, and that's the truth of the matter. Because think about it for a minute, and the White took it down, but think about it. LSU, Tennessee, Georgia, Oklahoma, Texas, Bama, Auburn. That's 7 that I could count right off the bat. That's in the top 25. 7 teams. And the crazy thing about it is, out of all those 17, Texas A&M is in there. That's 8 teams that I can just think of right. South Carolina, 9. I mean, every time I say a team, then something else comes to mind. South Carolina, 9. So that's just 9 right off of the bat. 9 out of 25. Coming from
I think they did it on purpose so that we would eat each other up. Just like they do it, how they would do in the Big Ten and stuff like that back in the day.
10, Ole Miss, 10. So the point that I'm making is that almost over half of the top 25 comes out of the SEC. You could be right, putting it in there on purpose, but that we'll beat each other up. But guess what? We're going to beat each other up anyway.
Yeah.
We're going to beat each other up anyway.
It's the team that can hold up and not have that many injuries and play consistently, like you said, consistent football, and do what they got to do, and stick to the fundamentals. That's what Bama needs to do.
Yeah. Just stick with the fundamentals of football. Just do what you got to do. Play like you're supposed to play. Do your job. Do your job as an individual. That will be fine. I'm not even worried about it. Like I said, I'm not going to let anybody up in here because like once we get through playing Wisconsin and everything, I will not. And I'm telling y'all ahead of time, I will not spend 2 weeks talking about Georgia. Why? I hate to say this, but I'm just going to go on and say it, Jeff.
They're not that good.
We beat them all the time.
That's what I'm saying. They're not that good.
We beat them all the time.
They showed their weakness against their team they played this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, like, come on, man. And to hear, I'm like I said, I'll say that for another conversation when we're getting ready to play Georgia. But I'm not going to spend the next 2 to 3 weeks talking about we better straighten up before we play Georgia. Doggone it, we beat them 9 out of the last 10 times we played them. What are y'all worried about? I'm worried about Wisconsin. When I say that, worried about it, not as in fretting myself.
Not worried.
I mean, that's who's on the schedule. I mean,
gotta play them next.
Easy. I'm gonna say this, Jeff, and I gotta go because a couple of things I want to go over, and then we're gonna get out of here. But it was I saw some things because AA said it too. I saw some things during the weekend from our fan base that literally made me sick at the stomach.
I know.
And I'm going to address it here in just a second, but Jeff, I appreciate you, man, and hey, man, keep calling in because we got an exciting week. We're playing Wisconsin, and I'm excited, right. And I just believe we're going to take care of business. But the word of the week is consistency, and so
consistency. Let's go, Bama! Roll Tide and win the game.
Win the game. All right, Jeff, I appreciate you, my man. Roll Tide.
Yep. Roll Tide.
That was Jeff. Everybody, thankful for Jeff. Thankful for everybody that's come through. But right quick, I want to address something and everything. Y'all, now I get out of church yesterday and my phone goes off. Lady said that if she won that 1 point whatever billion Powerball, she was going to take the money herself and buy Kalen DeBoer out of his coaching job at Alabama. That was about the dumbest thing that I read. That was at the top. That was at the top for me. Then I was reading Bama fans just going in on Bama, the coaches. You just beat a team 73-0. Well, it was against ULM. How come? Where was all that at when they played Florida State? It wasn't there. It wasn't there. It wasn't there. I mean, it wasn't there. They were saying, then they were saying, oh, this team operates much better without this team operates much better when Ryan Williams ain't out there. You got a plethora of crazy stuff going on as it relates to not just Alabama, but the fans of Alabama. Okay. I'm going to cut straight to the chase. Some folks will say, well, they're being played. They ought to be able to take what's being said. These players, how can I put this in a way? Let's put it like this. Is it their fault they're getting paid? Is it their fault? It's a business. It always has been a business. But this is a different aspect of the business now. And now a lot of us old schoolers can't handle it. One thing. Number two, we're living in a different era. We're living in a different era. When I was 18 years old, I was, from where I'm sitting, I was just as good as a lot of these players that were playing now. I was just as good. But here's the catch. That didn't exist then. We went to school, we did that. And as time is going on, it's all about getting better. It's all about advancement. It's all about this, that, this, that, and the third. And so it is what it is. But to put them down, I'm going to go on and say it, calling them gay, calling them soft, and this is coming from your fan base. Let me tell y'all something. Some fans will make these players hit that portal. Now, y'all will call them soft. See, but they ain't got to take that. They ain't got to take that. You see what I'm saying? They don't have to take that. I'm just saying. They don't have to take that. Now, even though you got it in all fan bases, but the Alabama fan base gets on here, just like I told someone last week. I get it that you want to call folks out, but if you have access to a player, why are you calling out a player publicly? Why are you calling a player out publicly that you have private access to? Pull them to the side, because the media takes stuff, fans take stuff, run with it. We get on platforms like this, and yonder we go. And we go there. I'm telling you. And when some of your stars, some of your good players hit the portal and then say, I left because I'm sick and tired of the yapping, then it's going to be all this button of the heads and this, that, and the third. Some of us just need to be quiet, appreciate what's going on, and call it a day. Because guess what? What if that was your child? What if that was your kid? Now, Stephen, I understand what you're saying, but this ain't like your boss, because we're not their bosses. If it's not bothering the coaches, then why is it bothering you? I ain't talking about you, Stephen. I'm using a you in general. If that was your child out there, when they get to be a certain age, that's why they call it such and such university. Take the IT off and you're going to have the word universe. The universe is comprised of a lot of stuff, a lot of different elements, this, that, and the third. It takes a lot of stuff to make up the universe. There's no one certain thing that makes it go. It's a, I call it a gumbo, if you will. You know, you gotta have your ruling. You got to have your this, that, and the third. But it takes a lot of different things to make it work. There's no one certain thing to make it work. But when you begin to want to impose your will on somebody else's will, and they not digging your will, and they push back and everything, then all of a sudden they're wrong because you feel you're right. No, what it is that you're wrong because you're not being understanding. I didn't say you had to agree with it. I just said understand that this is how they feel. Now, when they go to imposing or trying to shove something down your throat and to make you accept something, now that's a horse of a different color. But some of the stuff that we're doing, fan base, you're going to pay. You're going to win Powerball and take the money and buy out Kalen DeBoer. Who are you going to replace him with? Yeah. Who are you going to replace him with? This is true. To be fair, you don't always tell your child what they want to hear. That's true. But why would you call your child out publicly? Have you thought about that? See, let me tell you something. See. Yeah, I mean, chill with the criticism. I mean, it's okay to call it out. But when you go to attacking their personality, when you go to attacking their character and things like that, you've taken the criticism too far. And then furthermore, you're not their parent. That's all I'm saying. So pump the brakes, y'all. I'm with Jeff. Pump the brakes. Come on, fans. Pump the brakes. BLULM 73-0. And some of them still wasn't satisfied. Still wasn't satisfied. I don't know. You know. Exactly, Anitra. Right there, Anitra. Right there. A lot of these parents also, and they see and hear what we see. Yeah, AJ went too far. He did. AJ took that. That's what I mean. He has access to those players. Why you get on a show and call them out? Because let me prove it to you. Trent Richardson didn't do it. Trent didn't do it. Trent Richardson didn't do it. He didn't do it. I'm in agreement. AJ took it too far. All he had to do, he's AJ McCarron. All he had to do was make a trip on campus. It would have been a done deal. But when you go on a platform like this, no. Because I'm telling y'all again, if I have a problem with any of y'all, I ain't finna call you out. I'm gonna take it to you. You know. Yeah, I'm gonna take it to you. And then I end with this. I just end it with this. Just be careful what you say. It's okay to think what you want to. Think what you want. But be careful when you get to speaking this stuff. I'll end with this. I'm gonna tell you like this. And I don't bring religion into this and everything, but I believe in what the Bible does say, because that's my blueprint. There's a verse in the Bible, Galatians 6:7. Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. When you sow criticism, whether it's destructive or constructive, that same criticism is going to find its way back to you. That's just a be not deceived. Galatians 6:7 is just a biblical way of saying that what goes around comes around. That's all I'm saying. You got to be careful. Exactly, Anitra. Exactly. My kids are grown and I don't want nobody criticizing them. And then, Anitra, if I know you and I knew your kids and I had access to your kids, why would I get on social media and point and call your kids out? No, not if I have access. No, and that's what I mean. Some of these former players have access to the school and then take it to social media. You need to grow up. You need to do this. You need to do that. But when you were making dumb mistakes, did anybody criticize you like that? The answer is no, because the first thing you're going to holler, well, social media wasn't around. Yes, it was. It's called the telephone. So I'm just saying, Ryan Williams, I'm just going to get on that. There's a reason about the painted fingernails, and he has explained it a million times with the T-Rex until somebody told me about it. I just said, for me, I wouldn't have done it because that's just an image for me. But for him, there was a reason behind it. Well, I don't have a problem with what AJ said, Dwight. That's not what the issue is. The problem is that AJ should not have said it publicly. Not when you have access to a player. I don't care how you fix that up. That's wrong. I don't have a problem with what he said. I have a problem how he said it or where he said it. There's a time and a place. And AJ is supposed to be a professional. And that was very unprofessional what he said. And I tell him that. Now, if Bama had won, would anything have been said? Nope. It's all because they lost. See, that's how we dump on people. You know, but even if you get thicker skin, though, Stephen, there's things that you say and there are some things you don't say. And it got nothing to do with thick and skin. It has something to do with right and wrong. Yeah. People, these fans mess up isn't on television or broadcast to the world. And that's true too. And I got that. But what I'm saying is when you, okay, I'm just going to use the painted fingernails thing. If a man doesn't explain to you what the painted fingernails was all about, and he explained it to you last year, you lose to Florida State, and now all of a sudden it's an issue again. No, that just means you're a sore loser. Now you're just harping on something that you wouldn't do. That's all I'm saying. Quit making everything public. If you got something to say, okay, all right. Let me ask you a question. I ain't jumping on you, Bino, but I'm just asking a question right here. When Alabama beat Georgia in the SEC championship game a couple of years ago, And everybody was waiting to see what the college football committee was going to do. Answer me this. When it was revealed that Alabama was going to go and Florida and Georgia wasn't going to go, how in the world did somebody get, go back and listen to Nick Saban, get his phone number, some of the Florida State fan base, and called his house, called his phone, blasting him out? And why? Was it Nick Saban's fault? That's the point that I'm making. If you've got something to say about to somebody over something that they have no control of, if you've got something to say about it, why not talk to them? Now, the point that I'm making is right there is that Nick Saban didn't say a word until when he was coaching. He didn't say a word. It wasn't until he retired and got on media and said, y'all were calling me with it. I didn't have anything to do with it. So we talk too much. And it's just Bino, that's the quote of the day, bro. It's just a game. And listen, and those players don't know nothing about you. They don't know nothing about me. They don't know nothing about any of us unless you are wait a minute, I better watch how I say this. Unless you a parent and you friends with that parent, and maybe they know you. And I'm just going to leave that right there. It's just a game. It's just a game. Some folks don't go this hard for their children's education. It's just a game. Come on now. I think we got to be a better fan base than that. Got to be a better fan base than that. But I know it's going to go on one end out there. That might be ever well so true. But Dwight, can I tell you something else? To let them tell it back in my generation, they said we didn't listen either. That's old business. They said we didn't listen. My mom and daddy said we didn't listen. Young folks back in that day, they said we didn't listen. That's old news. When your children get older, then you're going to say that they don't listen. We've been hearing that ever since the world began. Don't listen. You know, he said the players had a team meeting. I've been hearing about the team meeting, but then this and the third, but this time it looks like they shown up, had a meeting. Because of the way, you know, and I ain't saying that because they beat the team 73-0. I'm saying it because it looked like more of an effort was there. I don't know what all happened. I'm not an insider. Good morning, Bama Ball number 9. No, I'm just Bama Ball. No, I'm just addressing how silly some of our fans are acting, Bama. That's all I'm saying. It makes you wonder as the world is turning. It makes you wonder. And Dwight, it's a lose-lose situation. It's a lose-lose situation. What's up? This is Stuff Barbie. What's up with you? My main concern is the O-line. Still O-line. Your thoughts? Roll Tide, everybody. I'm still concerned. Stuff Barbie, I'm just gonna go on and say it. Nobody's thinking about leaving Bama Ball. We're just saying that with some of the comments, some of the unnecessary comments that are being made, it could drive a player to leaving. You know, it could drive a player to leaving. You know, because we trying to get in their personal life, this, that, and third. But nobody's leaving. Nobody's leaving. Nobody's thinking about leaving. It's just something that I brought up. Wait a minute, Bama Ball. Were you the player? I mean, person who said that if you won the 1 point something billion, that you would buy out Kalen DeBoer's contract? Was that you? You can tell me. I ain't gonna tell nobody. Stuff Barbie. My main concern is the O-line and still the D-line. Yes. Enough said. As far as the D-line go, I'm still gonna the O-line go. I want to see some consistency there. Barry's doing well. Okay. Thank you, Bama Ball. Now I feel better. But now I'm just picking at you. But I'm just saying that the O-line is still a concern. D-line still a concern. Be more consistent in what you do. But we're going to see Saturday, though, Stuff Barbie. We're going to see Saturday what we're really made out of. That O-line and that D-line, we're getting ready to see. Now, I believe that the D-line will have a lot more success because Wisconsin's O-line is sort of suspect. Oh, right here. The quarterback has already been sacked in 2 games. He's already been sacked 3 times. Still be quiet. Still be grown up about it. Still be professional. And just remember, well, I'm not going to say that. I want to let it out, but I'm not, I don't want to be I'm not, some of this stuff is just old stuff and that needs to be, let's put it this way. Some people need to have a personal come to Jesus meeting. They need to meet the Lord. They need to talk to him. They need to meet the good Lord and find out that that it does matter how you conduct yourself and how you carry yourself. People look up to you. They look up to you because you're a Bama legend in one capacity or the other. And you taking it to social media and you gonna tell the man he ain't soft, that he ain't hard, he ain't this, he ain't that, he ain't other. No, that's not building him up. That's tearing him down. That's all I'm saying. So let's just be more careful. But back to Stuff Barbie, I'm still concerned too. I'm still concerned. But this week, we'll see. We'll see. Competition will be a little stiffer. We'll see. But this quarterback from Wisconsin has already been sacked 3 times. So if we attack, and like JB said earlier in the chat, the pocket needs to collapse. That's going to make me start feeling better that not only are we getting pressure, but we're finishing the play. We're getting him down on the ground. And then that boosts your confidence that you can get to the quarterback, find ways, new moves, this, that, and the third. Work on some things. And see, so Wisconsin will give you a stiff enough challenge, but you got to play like your hair on fire again. Now, I'm realistic. I know it might not be won't be another 73-0 game. It might not be, but you know what? But to play with the effort, the intensity, the consistency Stuff Barbie, and that O-line, D-line still do what they need to do, then I think we'll get better. O-line is getting better, but I'm ready to see a complete game from them, especially in running the football, running the ball. Now, I'm going to say this, and I'm through from last night. I totally disagree with, I see which way Swin is coming from, but please don't tell me we just missed Jam Miller. No, that's not true. You've just got to be a little bit more consistent in giving Kevin Riley, Richard Young, all of them, give them the ball. You'll never know. You'll never know until you give it to them. You got to give them the ball. Get that O-line some push. Let them make them earn their keep. Run the football. You got one now. When Jam comes back, you're gonna have Jam Miller, Richard Young, Kevin Riley, Daniel Hill, Washington, A.K. Deer. You're gonna have 6 backs that you can throw at a defense. 6 of them, not just Jam. the other 5, and God knows who else. I'm just saying, you better utilize your talent. Utilize all those arrows in the quiver. That's old school talk. Utilize all those, I'm just saying. You got to utilize them because, and I mean, because you're going to need them. We're going to play some stiff defenses. And that old line going to have to come with it. Well, the best way for me, is to run the football. Run it. Run it down a defense's throat. Run it. Then that'll open up the room for the pass. And please don't say that the offense runs better without Ryan Williams. It runs different. Not better. Different. Ryan Williams had some drop passes, and so did other folks. We talk too much. But that was just one game. This is the second game. Now you're going into the third game. Come on now. Some stuff, processes take time. So with that being said, but anyway, stuff, Barbie, I'm with you. I'm still concerned about the O-line. Like KT and Governor JB said, their concern was still the D-line. KT even went so far as said she wasn't sold on the defense as a whole. And I understand why. I understand. And still some things some intensity is still not there all the way around yet. It got better Saturday. But this Saturday, let's see if it's going to escalate. If the intensity will escalate. That's all I'm saying. Will we take it a notch or two higher? I don't want to take it so high till like what Latoya said. See, some of y'all thinking just because I don't say nothing about something in the chat right then that I don't see it. No, that's not necessarily true. I see it, but some things I remember. Like what she said, maybe, just maybe, we were worn out when we played Florida State. No excuses, but just some things to think about. Because think about it. They must have been going pretty hard in practice in order for guys to be hurt like that. Never can tell. So, but anyway, let's just be careful as fans. Boost your team. Don't knock them. Now, if they doing some boneheaded stuff, but don't talk about the character. Don't take it so far. It ain't that serious. It's just a game. If you betting on it, then you losing. That's your fault. You better choose better. Play smarter. But anyway, but y'all, that's about it. So we got next. We got I got you, Stephen. Well, I'm gonna put it to you like this. The Sodom and Gomorrah thing, I'm gonna take the time out one of these days and explain that. Because there's something everybody missing in that. I'm just saying. But anyway, just man up. It's time to play. Time to get it. But we got Wisconsin. That's all I'm focused on. Painted nails, painted toenail. Paint your nose if you want to. I don't care. Come in there and play. Do like you want to. Shoot, paint the stadium whatever color you want, just so we come back with a W-I-N or win. And I want it to be won in some good fashion. I want to see even a greater effort from our players. I want to see our sideline lit up. I want to see all that. Yeah. Me too, Bama. Bama ball. The SEC's tough. So I think it was Jeff. I think Jeff. Yeah. See, after Wisconsin, it's straight SEC. Straight SEC. We better get our minds right. But first of all, before we get off into that, let's get off into Wisconsin. Get off up in there. Let's get off up in there. That's right, Kimberly. You tell them. Make no mistake about it. Bama has to beat Wisconsin Saturday. And if you really want to get that confidence going, beat them soundly. That'll make you feel good going into the bye week. But once again, I'm telling you all, after the Wisconsin game, I'm not going to spend 2 weeks talking about Georgia. I'm not going to do it. I will talk about Georgia when it's time for us to play them that week. Other than that, yeah, I believe Jerm Bernard is a beast. Shout out to Jeremy Bernard. Shout out. I'm going to tell you something else. I believe that sometimes all it takes is a win, I believe, Crimson. But Jerm was balling out in that Florida State game. Jerm balled out in this game. I believe you're about to see the real emergence of Jerm Bernard. He couldn't do it at Washington. Roma Dunze, I forgot the other receiver's name. And see, he was like third on the depth chart right there. And then they had Jerm doing other stuff. Jerm is in the right offense now to do what he does. He's going to be okay. Jerm had an all around game Saturday. That jet sweep he did, took it to the right, and then cut back through the seam and came back to the left and scored a touchdown. That was a sight to behold. Yeah, he was balling out last year. He was balling out. Jerm was balling out. Ryan just overshadowed it a little bit. Let me see something here. Let me show you something. Piano Man. Let's see, I think I have it here somewhere out there. Let me see. Got some stats here somewhere. Anyway, I'll probably have them for you for a little while this evening. But because remember, we got an evening show and everything. We're going to be on here a little earlier. And then B Sharp is going to be, B Sharp will be on. It's going to be a cool evening, okay? So today is going to be the day. But this evening, we're going to continue to talk about Alabama, Wisconsin. Just try to put some stats together, this, that, and the third. And then questions from the chat, all that kind of stuff. We're just going to have a good time. But just be careful. All I'm asking Bama fans to do, just please be careful what you say. These people be hearing that. But I will say this. Obviously, the coaches was hearing what we were saying. Some people were saying because they ran the ball a little more. But I think the best is yet to come. And that's what I'm putting in the atmosphere. Is that the best is yet to come. So let's get it. Let's get it. All right. That's our show for this morning. It is what it is. I thank y'all for your time. 40 in the chat. Thank you for being consistent. All the listeners, lookers, and lurkers, thank you too for listening, looking, and lurking. Thank you too. What's up, Zach? What's up with you? And don't forget, Bobby's show will be on at 2. And for those of us that have subscribed, let's go ahead and let's get there this afternoon, 2 p.m. Bobby, I'll be a few minutes late, but brother man is coming. Okay, I'm coming to support my brother Bobby. He supports us daily. We're going to support him. DSGB84. I will be supporting you too, bro. I got you. Just hadn't had a chance to be on. Now, for those of you that was wondering if I went fishing Saturday, I did not. I did not go Friday because I was at the Hog Festival. All right. And y'all know what that means when I say, and my hands are sore. Yeah, they're sore. But I will be, I'm telling you now, on our bye week, I won't be on that morning. That's the day I'm going fishing. Yes, I'm going fishing on that day. So on our bye week. So I've got to finish out this week and we do next week. And then, then I'm going fishing on our bye week. So like I said, I'm not going to spend 2 weeks talking about Georgia. Why? We beat them all the time. Georgia, we're more on Georgia's mind than Georgia should be on our mind. But see, we get caught up in media stuff. And then yonder we go. So I let them have it. So, but Wisconsin, you're next. What's up, Tim? 11 a.m. kickoff. I actually like the 11 a.m. kickoffs. It's real cool. It's a different vibe there. That early in the morning thing over there around Saban Field. That's a different vibe. It's a different feeling. I like it. I really do. I like it. But we just got to come on it, you know. I hear you. I hear you. I hear y'all bleed. You went sad and didn't catch nothing. Be like that sometime, player. Be like that. But I plan on catching something. Okay, cool, Zach. I made up my mind. That I'm going on the 22nd of November. I'm going to that game. I'll be there. So it's going to be all good Saturday. All right. So everybody have a great day. And just stay focused. In the words of my pastor, Bishop Kenneth Preston, stay focused, drive, and go forward in the name of the Lord. And remember, you can do all things through Christ that gives you strength. All right. And always remember, I may not see you today or tomorrow. Personally, I'll see you in the long run. So with that being said, forget them trees. Forget them hedges. I was going to say, forget them cheese eaters from Wisconsin. Look here in Wisconsin, if anybody listening from up there, do me a favor. I need y'all to bring me some authentic cheddar cheese. That's what I want y'all to bring me, Wisconsin. Bring me some cheese. Bring me some cheese. I can use it to put it in my omelets and all that kind of stuff. Because y'all be growing this cheese up there I ain't never heard of. I was up there one time. I said, what kind of cheese is this? And they let me taste it. And that was some good cheese, man. That was some good cheese. So you can do that from that's some cheese eaters from Wisconsin. Forget the cheese. I don't give a piss to say nothing but the time. That's it. All right. So anyway, hey, Diane, how are you? Roll Tide. That's all I worry about. So y'all know how I end it. I want you to have a good day. God bless you. Have a great day. You know what? Buster, 3-stroke, and Billy. Y'all, every time I get the Buster, 3-stroke, and Billy, I just break down and start laughing. I can't help myself. But Buster, 3-stroke Charlie, Billy, just go get yourself seen about it. Go handle up on your business. I want everybody to have a great day. All my brothers, be sharp. You know, KB, Coach Sean, Coach Al, Coach Carl, Ty Hayes, Bama Standard, DSGB 84, Zach, all y'all, Bobby, all y'all, SC Season, that's Tez and Hall of Fame Jason and all those guys, you know. Man, y'all keep doing your thing. And all content creators and podcasters everywhere. Hey, the kitchen is still big enough for everybody cooking and everybody can eat. No sense in being jealous. I will be on this afternoon. I will be on at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Because B Sharp will be on a little bit after that, I think. And I really want to be a part of his today. I've been missing on my brother, but sometimes schedules get conflict sometimes, but I think the day will be okay. But I'm coming on at 4 p.m. So, somebody please, one of your mods, please put this other moderator, Susan, in timeout. Please put Susan in timeout for at least 2 minutes. Oh, God. Yes, so we're going to have some good content today. Bobby's coming on at 2. I'm coming on at 4. B Sharp comes on after that. I think Icebox comes on after that. It's going to be a good evening of nothing but Alabama football. It's 10 o'clock my time. So, hey, it's time for you to, you can tune in to Tide 100.9. And from here on out, up until it's time to, for Bobby and Piano Man, you can listen to the Tide 100.9, and I know some news going to come across today, all right? So thank you for joining us. That's going to be our show for today. Have a great day. Piano Man is out. Roll Tide, everybody. And I will see you all at 2 with Bobby Sprinkle. God bless. Roll Tide. I'm out.